Yo, what's up everybody? This is Joshua Casper and welcome to the review of Singomakers Ableton Live Mastering Racks version 2 or pack 2. This one came out fairly recently as opposed to that last one that came out months ago. It is a little bit different than that first one if you're coming to this video and already saw the review of the first pack. This one has the built-in plugin racks. And this one also has Fab Filter plugins, mastering chain, Isotope 5 again, mixed plugins, which is going to have, maybe a Fab Filter, EQ, and the Isotope limiter or something like that. And then their Waves AU and the Waves VST mastering chains. Again, I'm just going to concentrate on the Ableton Live built-in plugs. I've just got the demo tracks that come with the pack loaded, and each one of the chains has the mastering racks on them for that particular track. And as usual, these are just starting points for your particular music. They're kind of genre-based mastering racks, so if you have a trap track, you want to use the trap mastering chain and then change the EQ and the compression to fit your track a little bit better. But this saves a lot of time, and it also gives you a good idea of what a decent mastering chain looks like and should sound like. But of course, they're catered specifically to their demo tracks. I shouldn't have to keep saying that, but I do anyway. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to go through them just like I did last time. We're going to go through each one of the genres. I'm going to turn on the mastering chain and we're going to hear the difference. Again, I'm not going to show you the chain itself because if I did that, you could just copy the chain and that would be unfair to Singomakers. So let's just go ahead and check it out. Here's the deep house. Sounds pretty solid. Here's the dubstep. I think that was a little bit too limited over there. The compressors are crushing it. It doesn't sound too good, but if you open up the rack, I'm sure you could pull back on it and it would start to sound a little bit cleaner. Also, like in the last video, these are just taken from the actual project and just wrapped. I didn't tweak any of the parameters on these mastering chains. These are right out of the box. Or right out of the zip file, I guess, is more 2016, isn't it? Here is the Wobble House. So I think that one sounds pretty good. Let's check out this Melbourne Bounce. Make some noise. That one sounds pretty good too. This new disco. So as you can hear on that one, I don't really like it. I think the snare, the character of that snare is completely lost inside. Let's listen. Just listen to this, the snare drum specifically. So that's with the mastering rack, and this is without it. So I think in that case, I think that the snare, whatever they're doing to the dynamics of the snare is really losing its character, but maybe that's a design choice. So that's something you need to think about. Anytime you get a mastering chain or use a mastering preset, the presets were designed for a specific track. And with these genre-based ones, they're designed for a specific track, but kind of keeping in mind what the genre sounds like as a whole. So, you're going to have to do some tweaking without a doubt. So just some things to think about. And the last one, we got a trap track. But anyway, that's another 7 mastering racks. I have both packs, so I mean, I have quite a bit to choose from. And if I was, if I didn't have my other plugins that I prefer for mastering, these would be a huge help, I think. And like I said before in the last video, I still use them. If I'm making a track quickly and I just want something to boost the volume and get some good compression, just like a general bass idea of, what it might sound like when it's mastered, I'll just drop one of these on the track. I might cycle through them. I don't really pay attention to the genres. I just kind of cycle through the packs, cycle through the racks until I get something that sounds pretty decent, and then I'll just keep producing until I'm done. But I recommend these, man. I really do. I think they're useful, and I think they're useful for the way I've just mentioned, and also just to kind of see what a mastering chain might look like. For someone who's new to Ableton Live or new to mixing and new to mastering, it's just a great way to reverse engineer something. You could definitely go back in and take more care and assign some macros and stuff like that. So when you are cycling through racks to see which makes your tracks sound the best, you can, you'll still have some control, like maybe be able to roll off on a limiter or a compressor or the reverb or EQ or something like that. But that's just some ideas. As far as the review is concerned, I recommend them. They're pretty cheap. You can also get just the genre that you want if you want to do it that way. Although money-wise, it's a lot cheaper just to get them all and have them and to, be able to cycle through them like I was just saying. But that's it. That's my review of the 2 mastering rack packs. And if they come out with a version 3, I'm definitely going to grab it. So, I don't know. Do with it what you will. See you next time. Peace.